Good morning. Welcome to another Open Lab. Today we're going to be talking about making faculty profiles. It's it's going to be pretty simple, and we're going to go over two ways to doing them. And we're going to be using, this is an example, one of my favorite shows. We're going to check out their crew, and we're going to pretend that they are staff members of our Department of Sampling. So start at the beginning. Everybody on your dashboard looks at your last stuff that you've been working on, and we can go to our site, the Department of Sample site. And let's look at our contents. I always like to see what's going on. Maybe we could organize a couple of things. If there's any like pictures that should be in a folder, things like that. I like to keep things organized, just a suggestion. Your website might have a little bit of variety. After all, it is yours to customize. So there will things that will look different, but normally by default, you're given these modules that we call. We have faculty directory, news and events, that's also called a blog, media gallery, depends on your website and how robust your website needs to be. If it's only a few pages, if it's a small department, then you probably don't have these modules and you don't have to worry about a blog or things like that. But just for the sake of examples, we're gonna try two different methods. So the first is the very straightforward way of making just a regular page. And it's worth repeating because the concept is very familiar. So in our site directory, we go to our page where we want to start putting faculty members. Now, let's ignore this faculty module for a minute, and let's pretend that your website doesn't have one. Let's pretend that you're just a very simple site working but you have a couple of employees that you want to showcase. Let's make a folder to start putting our staff members in. So add content and make a new folder. This is the name of that folder. And since it's going to be used for browsing and creating directories and URLs, it has to be in lowercase. I'm just going to write down faculty. The display and the title names are what shows up on your interface so that you can refer to them. So you can call this whatever you want. We're going to say my crew. Okay, this is just a folder. You don't need to put more things into it. Okay, so in my website, I'm going to start showcasing my crew. The name of the folder is still called faculty, and this is what's going to show up on the URL. But for your organizational purposes, you want to call it whatever you want. All right, now in here, we're in our new folder. We're going to add a regular old page. And we're choosing interior page. Up to now, this is just a regular page. And who am I going to do first? Let's do our president here, Laura Roslin. We have a profile filled out for her in our old website, and we're going to migrate her. The same concept would apply if, for example, you got a Word document and instead of a website, you can just copy and start going from there. I copy it here and here and here, and right away, this thing tells me, hey, I don't like the name of the HTML page that you're making. Oh, that's right, I'm sorry. This is for URL purposes, right? So let's use the suggested name, which makes it lowercase and takes away all the spaces. Now you won't have a URL with funny spaces and characters. But the display in the title name, like I said before, is what you see on your interface. So that can stay like that. So for this profile, I'm just gonna make it very simple and go with the feature text, the content type feature text, we all recall, the most flexible kind. We're gonna add a sidebar because we're gonna be putting more pages here and I want them to be linked together. So I'm going to put that auto-generated sidebar, and we'll see why. Okay, Title, the very first title that you'll see when you open the page, person's name. And here we're going to do a little bit more copy pasting. We got this person's profile with a lot of text and some link here. Over our last text and hyperlinks is okay to copy straight from another web page. You can put it straight into your WYSIWYG, and it'll bring in the stylized text, and it'll bring in hyperlinks too. This is fine. I'm gonna double check the actual code that I just that comes with it, that comes with the stuff that I pasted here. So if I check that out, I can see that it looks pretty good. All it is just text and hyperlinks, nothing fancy, no wild classes, no other kind of junky stuff. So far, so good. We have content on our main page, and I'm going to save this draft for now, and just let's see how it looks so far. If you press the preview, you'll get the preview, but it won't save your, oh, it does save your draft, yeah. So I'm already got something good started, but I need to bring in her picture too. So we'll do that in a minute. This here is the sidebar that I clicked yes on. The sidebar was set to be automatic, and it will automatically put the other pages that are in the same directory, the same folder that you are working on. Since right now, this is the only page in that directory, we are not being linked to anything else. I'm in preview mode, and I'm going to submit it, which saves it and actually creates the page like you just saw right here. A minute ago, it wasn't there because I was just previewing it, but now that I pushed submit, it saves it and it's right here in the folder. Now the sidebar recognizes that there's a page in that folder and is already populating it. Okay, I'm gonna make another page and then I'll come back to this one, just so we can have two right here. So again, same steps, new page and an interior page. That's what we're working with for right now. And let's see, let's put somebody else here. Let's put somebody that works with her. This guy right here. Okay, so we got another member of our staff, and this guy is Dr. Gaius Baltar. Cool. Let's bring this guy in next. Copy his name. Copy it here. Copy it. Oopsie. Copy it there. Copy it there. Hey, I don't like the name. All right, change it for me. All right, so far this is just a display title name. I haven't built anything on the page yet. This is where we populate our page. We choose the feature text again. We are making a sidebar navigation that is automatic. And now we put in the beef. Okay. This dude's name is right there. And we're going to copy some text and those hyperlinks again. Copy, paste it here. So far, pretty straightforward. This is good. Link, a little bit of style. All of this is perfect. Submit it. Okay, so as you can see, my little faculty directory is already starting to take shape. I got 2 people in this folder. If I click it and takes me to the folder itself, I can see that there's 2 pages already. Let's do that important little step of adding a picture in it. Now, if you are working from a previous website, let's say you have your staff members on an old WordPress, then it'll resemble something like this. Your pictures here, you can either drag them out and put them on your desktop, The reason you want to do that is because we are going to be moving them from one place to another. So we want to download them from our current location, and then we're going to upload it over here in Cascade. But you need to be that in-between point of contact. So we grab this, we could do this, a lot of browsers that you just straight up pirated an image like this and throw it straight in your folder. You can also double click it, right click it, and save the image as a JPEG or whatever the format is, and save it into your files. The point is you want to back up that image because this image has been uploaded to your WordPress site. So you don't want it to stay there. You're gonna bring it on over here. You're gonna migrate it. But in between here and there, you want to have a repository. So you create a folder, and this is where you're going to start putting in your. So what I did here is I just plopped that picture into that folder. Now I know where it is. Put this aside, and I'm going to upload it here. This is an important step because you want to upload your images into Cascade and not have them linked from another place. So we clicked the image button because we're going to insert one. And then on the image source, we're going to choose the file because we're actually going to upload it. Click upload, and you can open your folder where you just started downloading stuff. And I found our president, and I'm going to put her in here. It takes a very short, you might have even seen a little meter show up, depends on the size of your file. And it's effectively already uploading it. Now you got to make a decision of where you want to upload it to. Please do not overlook this step because you want to keep track of where your images are going. Cascade will, they won't lose your file, but you will forget where you are uploading these images. So always keep track of that. By default, it'll put it in the same place that you're currently working at. Right now, I'm working in my faculty folder, so it wants to just drop it there. Okay, I can choose to go ahead and do that. That's no problem right now because I made this folder. So, and I want to keep all my faculty and stuff, my crew in that same place. All right, it's fine by me. Just be conscious of where that image is going to be. So, all right, I uploaded now. Takes about a second to do. Now it asks for the image description because there are devices that read images for those who are visually impaired. So we need to describe it. This is sometimes referred to as an alt tag. So right here we could put profile of, that will be how the image will be described. Dimensions, this is a very big image. It's over 1,000 pixels, so it'll fill up the whole screen if I let it. I'm not going to let it. I'm only going to make it 300 pixels wide. As long as this thing is ticked, you don't have to worry about it being worked. So this is a step to inserting an image. Now the image that I just uploaded is here in Cascade. That other page, if, excuse me, looking for that. If this page were to go down, or if the server were to fail, whatever, I'm good because I've already copied the text over, I've already taken the image, and I've already uploaded it here to Cascade. So I've effectively migrated this page. Okay, we're going to do the same thing for Gaius Balter, just so you all can see how to upload the image again. Oh, and look, and there's the image right there, that PNG. It's now residing in that folder because I just uploaded a second ago. Okay, let's put in this guy's picture now. If I think we went over this sample last time, but I'll show you what happened. If I were to like highlight everything and just take the picture with it. I'm trying to highlight the picture. Okay. If I were to copy all that, including the picture, it'll come out. The stuff that I copied will get pasted on here, including that profile pic. But if I take a closer look right here, it's going to bring all these problematic, look, all of this is completely useless to us. Links and tags and stuff that's just going to muddy up the code, and woo, bad, muy malo. We don't want to do that. If we take in stuff that's part of the framework, part of the other site, then it's going to bring in a lot of problematic stuff with it. So we only want to copy text and migrate. That means download, backup, upload, every other kind of document, profile pictures, links to PDFs, that is also treated like an image. So we don't just like highlight, copy, and paste. We could do that, but it'll be very problematic down the road. We do want to take steps in between. So we effectively took that image. I had already put it here. So let's upload it there. I click the image button. I click the image source, upload it, conscious of where I'm going to upload it to, and drop in that picture. All right, uploading. Cool. Describe it again. Set the dimensions, and we're good. There's a picture. Submit it to save it. Okay, so far, I've only really been making normal pages. And this is a good little fallback system if you don't have a faculty directory. And if you only have a few people that, oh, cool, they'll be linked together. They'll just have a simple summary. And it's very cool like that. We don't even need an index for these people. These profiles are being linked over here on the sidebar. Now, do we have any questions about this so far? So far, we're just pretty much creating regular pages. We're about to jump into the faculty directory, okay? All right. So we have our My Crew folder over here with our profiles. Now let's go into a faculty directory. And if you don't have one in your website, come on over here to the Department of Sample and try it here with us. Okay, so we open this faculty directory folder, which is a module that we've all installed for you. And it has a directory. This is the index one. I'll set it in order. If you don't have any profiles yet, this will be blank, but this is the place where the profiles that we're going to be creating are going to be summarized, I guess. What's that word? Well, it'll occur to me later. Okay. Let's check out some of these profiles. First, we'll see it, and then we'll recreate one. It's a little bit different than a regular page. It has our image here on the side and a lot of area over here to put our bio. We're going to make one of these. So inside the faculty directory, we're going to pretty much do the same thing. We're going to add a new page, but this time we're going to choose a faculty page. Normally, we make interior pages. This one's going to be a faculty page. Now, this is a little different than what we're usually used to working with. You don't get to choose a content type, and it's more streamlined, but the concept is the same. We're going to recreate the same person, our president over here. All right. So this department has a faculty directory, and you are being tasked to fill in some of our crew members. Shouldn't be too different from a normal page. We name this new page, just like the other one, auto-correct it. The title is not the title of the person, like Mr. or Mrs. or President, what's their name? This is still the title of the document, of your document, okay? So we give it her name. Now we start filling out the person's details. Title, this is the actual title, okay? Department, we can configure these for you, but you're welcome to leave it blank. Our president's phone number. Email. You know how this works. And cool, they even have an option for us to upload their profile. Since I had already uploaded that picture earlier, I can choose one of these on the reset, but I need to let you know that the faculty module sorts images in a special way. So these, you want to keep them where these images will be uploaded. Again, you want to be conscious of that. So we're going to go to browse and choose where that image is going to go. Okay, we're in our site, and we're going to still put these in the faculty directory, but there's an image, there's a folder here for those images specifically. So that's the one we're going to use to start putting in our profile pictures. Okay, so just remember, you're working in the faculty directory, and there's an image folder for that. Everyone will have that same common folder. Okay, so that's where we're going to be uploading things to. Remember to be conscious of where they're going. Right? Faculty directory, go there. Images, right there, please. Okay, that's where they're going to. I know I'm being repetitive with this, but it's important. All right, this is the same image I uploaded last time. I'm just doing it again because I really need it to be in the appropriate directory. Wonderful. Images right there. You also have the option of putting in a document in here. It's a curriculum titled in, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. We'll look into that later. Usually like a PDF or whatever document your staff member wants to include in there. Let's copy this text again. And that's for bio. I don't have to put the picture in here this time because I've already done it, and it's going to do it for me. Let's see how this looks. Ooh, let's see, that picture is gigantic. It doesn't give me the option of changing the dimensions of it. That's going to be a problem. But you can see that the biography is being filled out there. It automatically puts the picture here on the center. So I'm starting to see that these pictures, before I upload them, they need to already be formatted for that to fit.
Right. Hey Eddie, on the images, and just for everybody to know, this is a very good example. You know, when you're building your faculty directory, when they provide you, or wherever you're pulling these images from, you want to kind of already resample or resize them down to more manageable size. Usually, the file, you don't want an image to have a width of more than about 200 or 250 pixels. So as you can see, Eddie just kind of resized it down there, and it's looking a lot better.
Yeah, and let me show you how I did that. We went to the images to check out what I had uploaded. And what I had uploaded was this giant picture of our president. And since it was so big, it was just useless. Luckily, Cascade has a very handy way of editing, making simple additions like this. You don't have to take it into Photoshop to resize it. You can do it right here on edit. And what I did was simply change the dimensions of it. That was it. And then whoop, submitted it. That effectively shrunk that image. And so when you see it here, it looks much better. So this is what we can start off with. We can elaborate on this, add more bios. All of these links are external, but if we were to be responsible for migrating everything on it, then we'd have to like make this an internal link and look for that page that we have already created in here. That's what we would have to do, but we're not worrying about this right now. I believe you can add things in here. Tags, I believe it's expertise. That's where you put it, right? Let's see. I think that's where the tags show up. Yeah. So there's an expertise section here. You can put that on tags. See if there's like some special skills or some things that they want to say about themselves. Let's say if it was a photographer, then we can put here product photography, model direction, etc. Things like that. Let's do another one of these. All right. So we're still in the faculty directory. Okay. Let's check out the index. Now that we put in a new person, they are right here. Oops. I don't know why these doubled up, but you can see how they're being populated there. There's some kind of glitch over here. Okay, let's put in another person. We're going to add a new page. I'm going to add a faculty. Okay, we're going to do our good friend, the doctor again. Oh. Fix it for me. Title, shift the name. He's a scientist, I guess. And let's put in his profile once again. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to re-upload it. But it wants to take me to the main directory of my page. No, 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 not there. Here, please. On my image folders, please. Okay. Remember, there's a giant image, but we're going to take care of that later. Choose. Chose the profile. It's there. Let's copy his bio. Paste it. Okay. Oh, and tags. Let's say texting lab, what have you. Separated by commas. Okay. Well, there's a giant image problem again. That's okay. I know where those images are because I was very specific about telling it where to upload them. So, hey, let's check that image out. Wow, we don't need to see you that big, dude. Okay. I clicked edit and it gives me this really cool dimensions tool. There's other stuff too. You could crop it and other things, but right now we're just going to shrink it. Oop. Submit that. Very easy to do. Now we're talking. And now that this profile page has been submitted, it will populate right here on the index. Yes, our friend. Contact, even the tags, if we put some tags in there. So this is a very cool little way to aggregate, is the word I was looking for. Aggregate your these pages onto this index. It does it automatically for you. Let's see how it looks on a full screen preview. This is what your faculty and staff directory page will look like. Clicking it takes you to that person's profile. Very cool. Why is it so quiet? Somebody give me a question. Also, we can, instead of calling it a faculty and directory, we can name it whatever we want. You can add an image here too if you want to. So let's say you have a picture of the whole crew. You can insert it right there. Just a fun stature place to put right here on the index. Okay, just be slow. So you can customize this. We can put, if you were to put an image, then we'll look like your own thing. Feel free to go crazy on that. And that is the faculty stuff.